Hello everybody, my name is Jason Snell, certified rolfer, and today I'm going to show you how to release jaw tension. I'm going to do a concept that is not rolfing, but it's just a myofascial or trigger point release concept or technique, if you will, that can help relieve the tension within the jaw, triggering the trigeminal nerve to release a little bit that's coming into the jaw. So that's where most people's pain's at, right in here when they're getting a lot of jaw tension. So this is maybe one of 2 different videos or even 3 different videos that I'm going to do on releasing the jaw. Another one might be up here in the temporal area. Another one would be occiput area. But today I'm first going to do the easiest one that I can come up with for you guys to relieve that tension right away. So, and keep this in mind, what works for one person might not work for you or could harm you. So keep it in mind if you're doing this concept, doing this technique, that go easy on yourself and don't try to push yourself. I've learned many times the hard way on trying to do too much too soon, too fast, and creating more issues, especially if you're dealing with cervical instability or ligament laxity. And that's one of the reasons why I have suffered with this issue, jaw tension, from time to time. I would have it for 2 or 3 days until I just started working on myself and doing some jaw release, working here, and then also my occiput. If I work those 3 areas, it's almost, I haven't had a time where it actually hasn't released my jaw. It works every single time I've done it. And maybe it takes 5 minutes for you to do this on one side. Maybe it takes you 2 minutes. You'll be able to tell once you get the release. I'm going to walk you through that now. So first, I have a pretty firm pillow. I want a firm pillow because that's going to allow me to cup my jaw and then push up my fingers, curl the fingers up into my actual area that's tender. I want to cup and then curl the fingers into the area that's tender. So let me walk you through this. I'm going to use the same side hand. So if I'm over here, I'm going to cup the jaw. I'm going to try to go as soft as possible. I really want to pretend that I'm sleeping almost. I want the head just to sink, the neck to sink. And if you're unable to do this in this position, then try just laying on your back or elevated. I know some people that have cervical instability that they can't lay down, or it just triggers too many symptoms. So you can try this, but you just won't have the surface underneath you to help create that fulcrum underneath your hand, that still point, that pressure. So I'm gonna search around. It's hard to talk with this, but I'm searching around, looking for that spot that just might be a little tender. Sometimes it's a bump, sometimes it's just tender. It might not be a big bump, but usually it is. So I'm going to find that area, and then I'm just going to create this softening around it. Keep thinking. One of the key things that's usually missed when doing self-care and work like this on yourself is the thought process. So I want to continuously think about this area softening, in my neck softening, my head softening. I don't want to just think about only this area. I want to think about the entire body. Can it come into ease on the pillow? And that's really key. And it might seem silly or too simple and too easy to think that could help, but it does. So I'm going to find that spot, curl the fingers up. I'm going to push just a little bit. I don't want to be a 5 out of 5 on pain. I want to maybe hit that 3 mark, that hedonic point, the point between pleasure and pain. And once I get there, I'm just going to sit and breathe. My shoulders just relaxed. And one thing you might want to do is keep your mouth closed when doing this. If you open it, you're actually going to put a lot of pressure on the other side. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut just for a little bit, and you'll probably be able to tell when things start to soften on me. You'll see it sink. So I'm going to close my mouth and I'm going to sink into this finger. Good. I had probably 3 good releases right there, just softening really quickly for me. I was sinking, and sinking. So now that I got a good depth in there, I'm going to push a little bit more to see if there's any more pain when I push up. So I'm going to push up, extending up just a little bit more. And now I feel a little bit more pain, not a lot, just a little. So I think there's a little bit more that could give. So I'm going to do the same process, and I might do this 3-4 different times. Typically, you will get a good release within your first 2 times of doing this. And every time you sink, you can just hang out there for a little while, see if it gives up without a lot of pressure. And then you can just give a little bit more pressure, a little bit more pressure. And then you can do that for another 2 minutes. And if you keep getting releases, keep going. And if you don't get any releases within the first 3 or 4 minutes, this might not be the area that you need to start in. So I'm going to do this to both sides. Take the hand out. Yeah, this whole side already feels completely different than my right. And this isn't going to be something that you do where you won't feel something. 9 times out of 10, or I should say for myself, I've never done this and haven't felt a difference. So if you do this 2 or 3 times, one side, pushing up, release, push up, release, wait there 3, 4, 5 minutes, do the other side, you should be able to feel a difference. And if this doesn't completely release it, then this isn't the full picture of what's going on. There must be something going on up here and then around the occiput as well. There could be some other things tied into it, but these are the 3 things that I noticed that completely worked for me and have worked for clients that I've worked on. And if you are having troubles still with this, find a rolfer, find a structural integration practitioner, or somebody else that's very skilled at a high level of understanding the connections between the neck and the jaw and how that can create the TMJD symptoms. All right. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave any comments below this and ask. Let me know. Let me know what you're looking for in a video too, and I'll try to make something up for you. Thanks, guys. Bye.